y'all, it's Arwen of Tarot by Arwen, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Green Witch Tarot. It was released by Llewellyn on September the 8th, 2015. Today is September the 14th. I used this video in my tarot scopes yesterday. Not this video, y'all. I can't talk today. I used this deck in my tarot scopes yesterday. Now, sometimes what I like to do is read with a deck cold. Just pull it out of the box and go for it. If I really want to dive deeply into a deck, I might turn back on my free reading over on American Tarot Association. We have a 1-card reading network and a 3-card reading network, but I read and mentor on the 1-card network. And it's free. You can do it once a month, but it's only 1 card. So you have to really be specific about your questions. And I'm going to do a video on how to ask your questions, because I think that's very important. Some people, you limit yourself in the way you ask them. But let's get to the video of the review. And first I'm going to show you the box. Big box, typical Llewellyn box, right? Gorgeous, gorgeous artwork. They always, the box design is always so well done. So, now, Green Witch Tarot. Anne Mora. She is probably one of the best known Green Witch authors out there. In fact, when I think of it, she's the only one I can think of offhand. So, there you go. And I threw the box on the ground. Hello! I've got a whole bunch of stuff on my desk. I've been having a dropsy day. What y'all don't know is this is the 4th time I've started this video, because my tripod, I've got a Joby Gorilla, which I love, but it isn't holding today for some reason. I don't have the right combination of twists and turns. So I went back to the utility room, grabbed some Johnson & Johnson medical tape, and I taped that puppy up. Yes, Arwen went all Louisiana redneck on it. I couldn't find duct tape, that's why. So, let's look at the book. Now, Green Witch Tarot, blue book. And I have to tell you, that kind of threw me when I first looked at it. I'm looking at the wrong camera again, y'all. I'm so sorry, I keep doing that. I look at the red dot, but y'all are over here. Quit moving on me, people. It's a blue book. I truly expected a green book. But let me read to you from the back. As a tool for opening the psychic senses, the Green Witch Tarot may be used for divination, guidance, personal growth, path working, meditation, and moving energy in magical works in a responsible manner for positive results. Here's the back. And I like how it reflects. The box and book reflect each other on front and back. Nicely done. And in the book, you get the prerequisite about the artist, about the author. The artist is, let me read you the artist's name. Her name is Kiri Ostergaard Leonard. She's a freelance illustrator from Denmark and now lives in New York City. Or she continued her studies in New York City. I don't know if she lives there or not. This is the Green Witch Tarot Companion. Now, these are just some of the books by Anne from Llewellyn. So, yeah, she does quite a bit. Some of the names of the card, the Green Man, the Witch, the Lady and Lord, the Battle Wagon, she's changed names, but if you're familiar with tarot, it makes a lot of sense. And I actually think this deck is something a beginner could pick up and read. I very much advocate reading the story that the cards tell you. So get focused on what you see. Don't worry about what the book says you should see, because that's not always how you connect really well with tarot for me. The Wild Hunt is here. Nature shows up. And I've scanned quite a few cards, but I didn't actually pull those cards out to show you. I just want to do some random draws and see what comes up. And she does pentacles, athamas, wands, and chalices. So now she puts pentacles in the first group, so she may be of the, some people put pentacles as air, I don't. It's not. It doesn't work for me. For me, swords are air, athama is fire, cups are water, and pentacles are earth. I'm just kind of ingrained that way. But a lot of tarot readers don't. Very beloved friend Ellen Cannon Reed, who passed away some years ago from leukemia, but she was one that switched wands and athamas, and we actually talked about that a little bit. She never could convince me. And is it Mike Nichols Whittian? I believe that he also did a very good article on why he saw North as air. So we're looking at, she does Green Witch in the Tarot, Green Witchcraft in the Tarot. She talks about how she sees each group of cards. For instance, 3 is career, 7 is change, 10 is success. Reverse cards, she does talk about reverses. This deck is not truly reversible. In the back, you'll see that the back is not, it doesn't reverse. You can definitely tell if a card is upside down by the back. And that's okay. She talks about consecrating your tarot deck, grounding and centering, beginning a reading. So she's coming at this from her tradition, her very magical, pagan-oriented, green witchcraft tradition. I do see a lot of good in this. The consecrating of the deck. For me, if I was going to use a deck for myself and only myself in magical work, yeah, I definitely consecrate a deck. I would definitely make that magical bond with that deck. For me, when I read with a deck in public, I don't want to use those decks in public. Simply because magic to me is a very personal and private act for the most part. Not to say that I won't do some spellcraft work videos for y'all and let you see some of how I do some things. Eye of Newt, Wing of Bat. And let's see, she talks about carrying, here's some magical tips she says. A relevant card can be placed under a candle holder, carried or placed in a significant place, carried in a purse, wallet, briefcase if you're asking for a pay raise, seeking employment, clearing negativity, just a whole bunch of different little things that you can do with tarot magic. So I really like that. Now, let me show you the very best thing about this book. You see that? Every card has a note page. There is, well, no, only the majors do. I'm sorry, I lied. But there are big, beautiful black and white illustrations in this book. Look at that cute little page of wands. Isn't he adorable? And I've already noticed that she has, her knights are mix and match. So I've seen boys and girls in her knights. I think I've seen boys and girls. Let me look. Ha ha ha. Let me not lie to you again. Oh, I'm starting this off poorly. Yes, boys and girls. So now let's get to the deck. And as a reminder, this is the one thing Llewellyn does that I don't really love. These boxes, they fit their big boxes because of the great big books, which I adore the big books. I don't adore these boxes. So I tend to take my Llewellyn decks and these go away. I should probably figure out something to do with them and be more environmentally conscious. So, let's start looking. Oh, we get the Standing Stone. I really like this card. It's Justice. The daisies in the front. The Standing Stone with a circle. And look, you've got the stone and Harm None written on it. The Hanged Man is the Oak King, and the Holly King also shows up. And the Oak and Holly King are big in my tradition. I don't know if they are in yours, but they're a big thing within my group. So, and look at him drawing the Lunescate, the infinity symbol there on the ground. And he's just hanging there by himself. And little bird companion. Looks like a robin. No, it might be a European robin. I don't know. But what I like about this card is that he's so calm and he's doing his work. And the card of the Hanged Man is a card of sacrifice and time out, and sometimes giving up what you have to get what you need. So sacrifice is a big word, and it can be a scary word to people because you think, no. go back to Lent. Lent is a season of sacrifice. You give up something to make room for God, to make room for knowledge coming in. Basically, that's the message of the sacrifice of the hanged man also. So, oh, I love her. It's the Knight of Wands. You even get the little sign that says she's going to the village. She has her raptor flying. It looks like, just from the shape of it, that looks like a falcon flying. But it might be a killdeer. I don't know. The wings make me think of a killdeer. I may have to look up the book and see. Let's just keep flipping. Here's an interesting card. Judgment. It's transformation in some decks. It's transcendence. It's rising up. It's awakening in my Gaian Tarot. It's called the Harvest here. You see the little brownies. An interesting card because harvest really is what this card is about, but it can be about the harvest of John Barleycorn, which John Barleycorn wasn't a human. I hope y'all know that. At least not in the most recent tellings. But I like that judgment card, that harvest card. Now, let me look through here and see. Oh, look at one of our Kings of Pentacles. He's wonderful. He's got the fat cow in the background. He's a heavy-set, happy man, Henry VIII kind of style. Got his flowers above him. And his animal companion is the steer in the background. And it's a bull. If you look closely enough, it's a bull. Oh, the battle wagon. Woohoo! Look at that. Is he not amazing? And look, he's also got, from here, that looks like a magpie. Yep, definitely a magpie in the background. And he's just fabulous. We've got traditional stuff with the chariot. The horses are not looking the same way, but he's focused forward and he's ready to ride. And actually they are moving, because you can tell by the beat. So, and the chariot's about movement. It's about mastery of self. It's about, let's get going. The Wheel of Fortune in this deck is pretty cool. It's the Wheel of Year. It has a falcon. A falcon might be a hawk. There is a difference, and I'm not always good at telling it. But I really am enjoying this. Look at the images around for the wheel. And it's just a reminder that the wheel goes around. You know, opportunity comes, things go around, it changes. Here's one of our Queen of Wands. I'm going to kind of jump around apparently on our court cards. She has what looks like a wild canary with her, which I really like, and lilac. Oh, and these are borderless cards. I should have pointed that out. There's no border on these, which makes them very interesting. I'm going to leave her to the side in case I can see something else with the wand cards. Here's one of the pages. The pages are boys and girls. And they're all learning something. And she's out practicing calling the quarters. I had to turn it sound to see. And her companion is an owl. Not sure what kind. But look at that. Beautiful full moon. And a sweet, sweet little child there. And you can understand that Athame's mental stuff, it's about learning and doing stuff. And she's memorizing these things. And that's a big piece of it. One of my favorite cards that I found in this deck when I was flipping through it yesterday is the Three of Athames. Three of Athames is Three of Swords. It's heartbreak, treachery, loss, grief, sad stuff, right? This hits it so beautifully. From the color of the card and the muted to the single swan. Swans mate for life, so there's a swan missing. She's having to do all this herself. Just sadness, just loneliness and sorrow. And she has the three Athames are around the door jamb up here. And this card for me would make me think, well, if you were going out, you might end that sadness. Some people have said these cards are thin. I don't find them that thin. I don't need something that's like postcard thick. They feel good to me. So I saw that on some Amazon reviews yesterday. Let's see what we've got. Oh, am I supposed to be talking to y'all? I like the King of Wands. And I like him because he has a little weasel or a ferret at his feet. And he's got a happy smile on his face. The hearth fire is going. Lots of good energy there. The horn god is Ooh La La. And he is number 4, the Emperor. And, yeah, he's got a crow. Actually, he's got a murder of crow around him. He's got his stag horns. He's got a doe, a bear, a fox, and a badger. And I want you to look at this. Every animal but the crow is looking straight at you. Look at that baby. Ooh la la. But the crow is speaking to him. He's listening to the crow. Let me see if I can find the lady really fast because I wanted to show y'all her. But no, she's not going to show up really fast. The Wild Hunt is the tower. That's a really nice depiction. I like the Wild Hunt in that because the Wild Hunt is, well, wild. So, still looking really quickly, seeing if I can find the lady. Lady, show up. The Holly King is the Hermit. We had the Oak King for the Hanged Man, and here's the Holly King. And he may look a little familiar to you. He may look a little bit like Santa Claus. There's a reason for that. Father Christmas is not limited to only one. Another huge favorite, the crone. She couldn't have done a better job on this for me. Often we see the crone as a young woman opening a lion's mouth, but here she is, the crone, as strength. I called it crone, didn't I? I meant strength. I screw up my own stuff. But look at that. Is that not wonderful? So this video is running on a bit, and I apologize. I'm still looking for the lady. Here's the star. I always like to show the star. Beautiful card. And you'll see that I've interspersed as we've gone. I've just interspersed different cards. So maybe it may make it a little disjointed. The Fool. The Fool is the green man. And look, you've got the getting ready. You've even got the little white dog down there. So some traditional stuff stays in here, and I like that. Looking really quickly to see if we can't find... Here's Death. Death. The Lord of Shadows. Look at the Luna Moth. Luna Moths are showing up in a lot of tarot decks I'm working with lately. Oh, here's the Earth Mother. Here's the Empress. Pregnant cornucopia and mallards all around her. So truly great stuff. The World is the World Tree. Shows the Oberus. There's a crane flying and fairy lights up on the top. Y'all, I love this deck. I could look at all of it every day. It's just truly beautiful. Like I said, I used it in yesterday's Taroscopes. And there's so much to love about it. So much that really just makes sense in this deck. It really is easy to read with. And that, for me, is important. I want a deck that just kind of goes boom. Here's the Devil, Nature. Look at that bear trap. Is he setting it or is he springing it? The bear is watching him, the she dance in the background. So really, for me, important stuff going on here with just, I can't communicate to you in a really good way how much I love this deck. And how much I really think I'm going to use it as one of my reading decks. Upright, reversed. Now, I am also not of the idea that a reverse pentagram is evil. In my tradition, it's not. In my tradition, it means something very specific. So, there you go. But It's almost 20 minutes into this review, so I think I'll stop and give y'all a little break. Thank you so much for watching and sharing. The sharing really, really makes me happy because I love getting new people. And for those of you in the contest, let me check. Let me just do a little refresh and see where we're at. We have 697 subscribers, so we are 80 away from the contest. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and you'll be in the running to get a half-hour reading, a 15-minute joy recalibration, or a tarot deck of my choosing. Seek joy, y'all. Pass it on. My clicker didn't click. Do you see that? Do you see me clicking? In effect,